What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the Weapon Mastery Guide, and today we shall be taking a look at the Effector K10, which is the third submachine gun on Black Ops 2, and as you can see it is unlocked at level 16, and as I've said is the third SMG that you do unlock after the MP7 and the PDW. The gun itself has 36 bullets per magazine, and this can of course be increased by using extended mags, and rate of fire is at 900 rounds per minute, which is quite decent, which we'll show in the statistics in a moment. And just to reload, if you wanted to know, it does take 1.9 seconds to reload, which doesn't seem that long at all, but it can be when you're in a bit of a pickle of wanting to reload before you get shot. But now we're just going to look at the statistics of the weapon itself, the fire rate, damage range and accuracy, and the two real things that do stand out on the gun is the fire rate and the accuracy, with the fire rate being at 14 out of 20, which is typical for an SMG, but the damage drops down 3 to 11 out of 20, which is about halfway, so about a medium damage coming from this gun. The range itself, however, is the real problem with this gun, with it being 5 out of 20, but that is definitely made up for the accuracy, which is level with the fire rate, with it being at 14 out of 20 accurate. So definitely a gun that fires powerfully and accurately, and if you can get your shots on target, you definitely can be causing some damage to your opponent. However, to make this gun really perfect itself, there are several attachments that you can use. As you can see at the screen at the minute, these are all the attachments that are usable with the weapon itself, but if you're just going to use the weapon for just not that long, you're not going to be able to rank it up all the way to unlock all the attachments. So definitely the following attachments are definitely going to be the perfect attachments to use. The first ones really are the reflex and the fast mags, both at the same time. Having those two definitely does give you an advantage over other people just using the pure Effector. If you've got reflex sight, you're going to be much more easy to aim, because the iron sights on the Effector K10 aren't amazing. They're good enough, but they're not amazing. It does look better to look down a reflex sight, and by using fast mags, even though it does have 36 bullets in each magazine, you're going to probably be firing those bullets out quick, because it has got an high rate of fire, and due to that you're going to want to reload nice and quick, and using fast mags is a decent choice. If you're not going to want it, if you don't want to use reflex or fast mags, there are the other two, but these two do mean that you have to stick with the iron sights unless you have the wild card of third attachment. But these two now are having the grip. The grip definitely makes this gun even more amazing, because giving this gun even more accuracy gives you a more like 90% chance that you're actually going to kill your opponent. And with you not having any like good aiming, like you're gonna have to stick with the iron sights, having a laser on does give you more of a chance of just firing from the hip, because when you got the laser you then can aim much more effectively. But by using the laser you don't really have to aim down the sights, but you do if you want to get it on target much more effectively. So really you can use the reflex and the fast mags together, and the grip and the laser together, to really get the most out of this gun on a whole. And you know, we've just seen some footage of the gun being used with the 4 attachments, and as you can see it is quite powerful. With most one-on-one situations you do come out on top. But now we're just gonna have one little overview of the gun itself, the good points and the bad points, and then just the overall verdict, the rating of the gun at the end. So the good points definitely are the fire rate that this gun offers. It is powerful and accurate, and you definitely will more or less probably 80% of the time hit your opponent, probably 90% of the time you'll win a one-on-one if you're firing accurately, which you more or less will be doing. And due to having the high rate of fire, you will be firing out more bullets, which does mean that even though the damage is 11 out of 20, with you putting more bullets into your opponent, that damage won't really make a difference. The bad things, however, you can say is if you are firing madly, if you're firing out a whole clip at once into your opponent, the recoil can take it up a bit. Even though it does have recoil mitigation technology into it, it doesn't seem to be there you don't really notice it. You probably have to use it in real life to actually notice that. And the other bad thing is the range, with you're not really able to, if you see an opponent from afar, you're going to have to get up to him really close, which means you're then going to have to use perks such as extreme conditioning and lightweight to actually run to that distance to actually kill your opponent, because you're going to have to get close to them to actually kill them. But you know, the accuracy and the fire rate and the damage itself really does make up for the poor range that this gun offers. But as a whole, if I had to give this a gun an overall rating, I'd probably give it 7 out of 10 bullet holes. Bullet holes? Decently overrated system. Instead of stars, I'm going to use bullet holes, and definitely 8 out of 10, 7 8, probably 7 out of 10 bullet holes with right this, because the range definitely does let it down. But you can add different attachments to this if you like to increase the range, but with our attachments we're just thinking about the aesthetics of aiming and really reloading and definitely having more control over the gun. But that is really all we can go over with the gun. We've gone over the statistics, the technical details, the best attachments, the good, the bad, and the overall verdict of the weapon. And if you are liking these videos, do hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with all the weapon guide videos and other tips and tricks for games that come out. But apart from that, I'll see you later.